Interview in which she shares the most memorable moments from her life and career will be shown again in an hour here on BBC Two.
These 5 people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. You might recognise them as they have some of the country's finest quiz credentials. They are the Eggheads. And challenging our resident quiz champions today are the Preston Quizmasters. The team are experienced quiz setters who first got to know one another after attending a quiz hosted by team captain Stephen. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Stephen, I'm 48 and I'm an audiovisual consultant.
Hi, I'm Leo, I'm 70 and I'm retired.
Hi, I'm Craig, I'm 53, I'm a retired teacher.
Hello, I'm Jan, I'm 73 and I'm retired.
Hello, I'm Alan, I'm 50, I am an IT coordinator.
Welcome to you, Preston Quizmasters. Tell me, Stephen, do you all set quizzes or what?
Yes, we all do now. It all started back many years ago. I hosted a quiz with my wife for 13 years, did 651 quizzes, and my colleagues here all took part, participated in different teams, but slowly started setting their own quizzes too. So sometimes we take part in each other's quizzes.
A good question is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
And they're difficult to set.
Yeah.
It's if you know your audience, it's much better because you can certainly pitch it at the right level, but most of the quiz books that are around, either the questions are too hard or too easy, so it's...
And quizzing, I mean, it just seems to be going exponential. It's just getting more and more popular.
Well, yes, I mean, it did die away for a while in the early 2000s, but it seems to be coming back very, very popular again, certainly in the Preston area.
Super Soaraway Eggheads programme. Let me tell you about it. Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Preston Quizmasters, the Eggheads have won the last 2 games, which means £3,000 says you can't beat the Eggheads. So our first head-to-head battle is going to be on the subject of geography. And Preston Quizmasters, who'd like to play this? Geography.
Okay.
Who was it?
Alan?
That was me. Yeah.
Definitely.
And who do you think we should take on? CJ?
CJ?
Yes,
CJ?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, geography's me, and I'll play CJ.
OK, you've thought through your options, haven't you? I can tell.
We have.
OK, let's have Alan, quiz setter amongst other things, and 15-1 winner CJ into the question room, please, to make sure there's no conferring. OK, then, Alan, it's geography. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
Good luck, Alan. Off we go, then. In which UK city would you find the Jorvik Viking Centre? London, York or Newcastle?
Okay, I think I do know the answer to this one, because I once went there for a weekend, and I'm going to go for York.
York? Yeah, I took the children there once. They particularly like the bit, the smelly bit, I'll say, where they recreate how they dealt with their waste. And you ride around in those little cars, don't you? And it is in York. Well done. OK, CJ, Norway is bordered by Sweden, Finland and which other country? Estonia, Denmark or Russia?
Russia.
Not Denmark?
Certainly not Denmark, no.
Yeah, Russia, it's the right answer. Well done, CJ. OK, back to you, Alan. Second question. Lake Como is a feature of which European country? Switzerland, Italy or Portugal?
Right, I've only been to one of those countries. That's Portugal on holiday, but I know it's not there. I'm fairly sure it's not in Switzerland, so I'm going to go for Italy.
Lake Como. It is in Italy. Well done. Yeah, doing well. 2 out of 2. CJ, which of the world's oceans is the smallest? The Arctic, the Atlantic or the Indian?
I think that's the Arctic.
It's the right answer, CJ, so 2 apiece. Alan, this for you. Arcuate cuspate, and bird's foot are all types of which geographical feature? River delta, lake, or sand dune? Arcuate, cuspate, and bird's foot are all types of which geographical feature?
Okay, I'm guessing a bit here. I've not heard of the terms. But I don't think the lakes, and I don't think there's sand dunes. I'm going to go for river deltas.
Okay. They are types of river delta. Well done, Alan. Great answer. Puts you in the lead and a chance of victory here. If CJ doesn't get this, you're through. Which type of volcano, CJ, is typically elongated or low in shape and formed by fluid lava? Shield, composite, or cone?
It's not a cone. That's the more traditional type. I've not heard of a shield volcano. Well, shield seems to fit the description, even though I haven't heard of that particular type, so I'll try shield.
Okay. Well done. It's the right answer, CJ. Kept you in it. Which means, Alan, we go to sudden death now. No more choices appearing on the screen in front of you. I've just got to hear an answer from you to sort out a winner. Alan, which US state contains a scenic area of coastline known as the Big Sur? Which US state contains a scenic area of coastline known as the Big Sur? That's S-U-R.
Struggling on this one. Total guess, California.
California. Which US state contains a scenic area of coastline known as the Big Sur? It's California. Well done, Alan. Between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Eggheads, why? I've often thought this. Why is it called the Big Sur?
I think it's because of the waves, the surf.
Why isn't it called the Big Surf then? Why have they left the F off?
They're American.
Okay. Yeah. Not sure that's entirely correct. CJ, to stay in it. Which African country whose capital is Ouagadougou was called Upper Volta until 1984? Which African country whose capital is Ouagadougou was called Upper Volta until 1984?
My mind has gone completely blank. I know completely where Ouagadougou is.
Do you learn your capitals
yes, of course.
as an egghead?
Of course. I know Ouagadougou because it's an unusual spelling. It starts with an O. Begins with B.
Is he crying?
Yeah, he's thinking.
The country begins with P and I can't think what it is.
Ouagadougou. CJ, I'm going to need an answer soon.
Benin.
Benin. Begins with B. What I'm going to say to you begins with B. Bye-bye. It's Burkina Faso. Once called Upper Volta, which means, Alan, you're through to the final round. Well done. First Preston Quizmaster through. OK, would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, a flying start for the Preston Quizmasters. They've lost no brains, and the Eggheads have lost one. And our next head-to-head is arts and books. Who'd like to play this, Quizmasters?
Who do we say?
Are you going down?
Yes.
Yes, good.
I'm going to go for that.
OK, Jan, and which Egghead would you like to play?
I'm
Not
going to bite the
CJ?
bullet and go for Kevin.
OK, let's have Jan and Kevin into the question room, please. Jan, would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll follow Alan and go first.
OK, Jan, first question to you then. Which celebrity published her second novel, Crystal, in July 2007? Katie Price, Victoria Beckham, or Danielle Lloyd?
Well, I really don't know which of these might be likely. It's not the kind of publication I'd be inclined to read, to be honest.
How diplomatically put, Jan?
I don't think it would be Victoria Beckham somehow. I'm going to try Katie Price.
OK. It is Katie Price. Well done, Jan.
Well done, Jan.
Kevin, what name is given to the concealed openings, usually in the stage floor, through which actors and props can be brought on and off stage? Lures, snares, or traps?
Hence, trapdoor, traps.
Perhaps. It's the right answer, Kevin. One to you. Jan, second question. What is the title of the series of children's books written and illustrated by Jill Murphy and featuring the hapless Mildred Hubble? The Worst Witch, My Naughty Little Sister, or A Little Princess?
Well, once again, you've got me on a particular section of books that don't appeal to me, and my children are far too old to be looking at these. Again, it's going to have to be a guess, I'm afraid, and this time I'll go for A Little Princess.
Little Princess, Mildred Hubble. It's The Worst Witch, Jan. The Worst Witch are Jill Murphy's books. So, a chance for Kevin to go into the lead. Kevin, at the end of the 19th and the start of the 20th centuries, which French artist created a memorable series of paintings depicting famous London locations, notably the Houses of Parliament and Charing Cross Bridge? Is it Toulouse-Lautrec, Duchamp or Monet?
I think he had a couple of trips over to London and became very obsessed almost with, particularly with Charing Cross Bridge and the Houses of Parliament behind it, in the same way that he did with other series like Rouen Cathedral and later the Water Lilies. It's Monet.
Thank you very much, Kevin. It's the right answer too. That's a lovely background. Jan, means you've got to get this. Which classical composer's works are catalogued using the S numbers? Mahler, Bach or Liszt?
I'm not sure about this one either. I've got a feeling it might be Bach. So I'm going to go for Bach.
Bach. The classical composer whose works are catalogued using the S numbers is Liszt. Liszt, I'm afraid, which means those questions really didn't suit you, did they, Jan? It means that Kevin doesn't need to face a third one. He's already got those two, and you've only got 1 out of 3. It means, Jan, you won't be playing in the final round, I'm afraid. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, that makes it all square in terms of head-to-heads. The Preston Quizmasters have lost 1 brain from the final round, so have the Eggheads. And our next subject is entertainment. Who'd like to play? Stephen, Leo or Craig?
Do I go for Chris?
Well, this is a big decision now, isn't it?
This is a decision. Do I go for Chris?
Well, it's certainly going to be on entertainment.
Yeah.
Who do I go for?
Either Chris or Daphne. Go for Chris. Go
Right.
so it's Craig going.
Okay.
It's going to be Craig going for Chris.
Craig going for Chris on entertainment. OK, let's have you both into the question room then, please. OK, Craig, it's entertainment. Would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll go first, Dermot, please.
Right then, Craig, first question to you then. What name is given to the wave of American crime movies in the 1940s and 50s that were noted for their moody lighting and untrustworthy women? Film noir, cinéma vérité or nouvelle vague?
Right, well, they're all French terms for American movies, aren't they? Cinema verite means cinema of truth, but I'm not absolutely sure between cinema verite and film noir. I'll go for film noir.
It's the right answer, Craig. Good start.
Well done, Craig.
Chris, singer Mucha Buena is a former member of which band? Girls Aloud, the Sugar Babes or the Pussycat Dolls?
Well, it's not Girls Aloud, and I don't think it's the Sugar Babes. Pussycat Dolls did seem to have a sort of a floating lineup, didn't they? So it's the Pussycat Dolls.
OK. She's an ex-Sugar Babe.
Is she indeed?
Yes, Sugar Babe, I'm afraid. So nothing there for you and a chance for a 2-0 lead for you, Craig, with this. Well, Did You Ever? And Now You Has Jazz are songs from which film musical? High Society, Mary Poppins or Calamity Jane?
Well, I've seen Mary Poppins umpteen times, and that doesn't ring a bell. Calamity Jane, I think, was set in the 19th century Wild West, so I'm sort of ruling that out. I'm not absolutely sure about this, but I'm going to go for High Society.
It's correct, High Society.
Well done, Craig.
Hold on.
That worked out.
Chris, the sitcom The Green Green Grass is about which 2 characters from the sitcom Only Fools and Horses? Rodney and Cassandra, Boycie and Marlene, or Del Boy and Trigger? The sitcom The Green Green Grass is about which 2 characters from the sitcom Only Fools and Horses?
Yeah, well, they're hiding away from the Driscoll brothers. It's Boycie and Marlene.
The Only Fools and Horses spin-off, Green Green Grass, features Boycie and Marlene. It's the right answer. So, if Craig gets this, you're out, Chris, as you know. Craig, which Hollywood actor bought Villa Oleandra in the Italian town of Laglio in 2001? Brad Pitt, George Clooney or Johnny Depp?
OK, well, obviously I've heard of all three of these. I admire their work. Doesn't seem to be Brad Pitt. I think at that time he was going out with Jennifer Aniston. I don't think they moved to Italy. So I'm looking at George Clooney and someone I particularly admire, Johnny Depp. I know he's married to Vanessa Paradis, and Johnny Depp, who's French, but equally it might be George Clooney. So I'm really here in two minds. Right, I'm going to go for George Clooney.
OK. And why do you particularly admire Johnny Depp?
I admire Johnny Depp. I think he's a brilliant actor. He can play a variety of roles, and he's going to be the one who bought Villa Loriando, is he?
No, it's George Clooney. You're correct. You're through to the final round. Well done, Craig. Chris won't be in that final round. You'll be sitting it out with CJ. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, now, the Preston Quizmasters have lost one brain from the final round, but the Eggheads have now lost two. And our next subject is sport. Who wants to play this one? Stephen or Leo?
All the choices here. Either you go for it and try and take Daphne out, or Leo goes for it and tries to take Judith out, I think. Unless you want to go for it and try and take Judith out.
Leo's going to be taking on Judith.
OK, let's have Leo and Judith into the question room then, please. So, Leo, it's your choice as the challenger. Would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll go second this time.
Put you in then, Judith. Here's your question. What informal term has been given to alleged irregular transfer payments made in the football world? Stops, bungs or corks? What informal term has been given to alleged irregular transfer payments made in the football world?
I think those were bungs.
Bungs is the right answer. Well done, Judith. Leo, your question. The pin is another name for which object in golf? The tee, the flagstick or the ball? The pin is another name for which object in golf?
Not one of my sports, it's the flagstick.
The flagstick, yes, absolutely right. One apiece. Judith, second question. In which sport are you most likely to exploit the phenomenon of reverse swing? Cricket, boxing or tennis?
Well, not in boxing, I wouldn't have thought. Reverse swing.
Reverse swing.
And my wits have deserted me. Well, I think it's tennis.
You going for that?
Yeah.
Tennis?
Yes.
I'm guessing tennis reverse swing would be backhand, really, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, I thought it was another term maybe for a backhand.
Yeah, it's cricket.
It's cricket.
Cricket, reverse swing. So, a real chance for you, Leo. Which tennis player won his fourth Artois Championship at Queen's Club in June 2007? Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal or Andy Roddick? Which tennis player won his fourth Artois Championship at Queen's Club in June 2007?
Should know it. I think it was Roger Federer.
OK, yeah, well, a prolific champion, wins just about everything he seems to enter these days, but he didn't win the Artois in 2007. It's Andy Roddick. Andy Roddick. So, maybe a let-off for Judith. Judith, this to go into the lead then. How many days did it take Ellen MacArthur to sail around the world in 2005? 71 days, 171 days, or 271 days?
Well, it's amazingly quick compared to Francis Chichester in the 60s, who took about 3 years or something. I think it is 2 months. I think it's 71 days.
She did it in 71 days. It's the right answer, Judith. Well done, well worked out. So, Leo, means you've got to get this. Leo, James Toseland is a leading figure in which area of motorsport? World Rally, touring cars or superbikes? James Toseland is a leading figure in which area of motorsport?
I've never heard of him, which is probably a sad thing to say. He's probably very famous. Can you give me his name again, please?
James Toseland. is a leading figure in which area of motorsport? I'll spell the surname for you if you like.
please.
Toseland. Toseland.
I think it's touring cars.
Okay. James Toseland, I think you'll have disappointed his legions of fans. It's superbikes for James Toseland, which, amazingly, Leo, just looking at it, means you're out. Promising start, real opportunity to put Judith out when she got that second one wrong on reverse swing, but turned it around, Judith, and you're through to the final round. Would you both please come back and join your teams? And now we've reached what we've been playing towards. It's the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Leo and Jan from the Preston Quizmasters and CJ and Chris from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio now, please? So Stephen, Craig and Alan, you're playing to win the Preston Quizmasters, £3,000. Judith, Kevin and Daphne, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge, just to remind you, and you are allowed to confer. Preston Quizmasters, the question is, are your 3 brains better than the Eggheads' 3 brains? And Quizmasters, would you like to go first or second?
I think we want to go first, don't we?
Yeah,
Go first.
Work 2 out of 3. We'll go first, yes.
OK, then, good luck, Preston Quizmasters. Here's your first question. In a game of poker, what is the term for the compulsory stake put up by a player before he has seen his cards? Blind, stud or deuce? In a game of poker, what is the term for the compulsory stake put up by a player before he's seen his cards?
Stud is a type
Stud's
of poker.
a type of poker.
Yeah,
Deuce is 2.
It's 100% certain.
It's got to be blind.
Yeah, it's blind.
The blind? Yep, it's the right answer. 1 to you. Eggheads. In China, what type of transport is a junk? A boat, a bicycle or a horse-drawn carriage? What type of transport is a junk?
It's you. You're the spoke.
Sorry, I've forgotten. It's a boat.
Junk is a boat, you're saying? OK, yep, it's the right answer. So, Preston Quizmasters, your second question. Hoosiers are inhabitants of which US state? Montana, Indiana or California?
It's either Montana or Indiana. I've got a feeling it's Indiana.
We'll go Indiana.
If it's not, it'll be Calais on the...
Well, we're not quite certain on this one, Dermot, but we're going to go for Indiana.
It's the right answer. Well done, Preston Quizmasters. So 2 to you. Eggheads, which geographical feature takes its name from the Hindu for wild terrain? Jungle, desert or mountain?
That would be jungle.
It's the right answer, yes, jungle, from the Hindu for wild terrain. Well, Preston Quizmasters, you may win it with this question if you get it right. In the Roman calendar, the term calends referred to which day of the month? First day, 13th day or the last day?
13th day.
In the Roman calendar, the term calends referred to which day of the month?
Ides is the 13th or the 15th. The last day of the month, I don't know what it is. I'm reasonably confident calends is the first of the month.
Definitely.
I'm pretty confident it's calends. First of the month, we think,
First
Dermot.
day. First day of the month.
OK. Gone for it. It's the right answer too. Well done, Preston Quizmasters. 3 out of 3. Eggheads. One swallow does not make a summer is a saying attributed to which philosopher? Rousseau, Aristotle or Locke? One swallow does not make a summer is a saying attributed to which philosopher?
That would be Aristotle.
Right answer, Eggheads. We go to sudden death. OK, just to remind you, Preston Quizmasters, no more choices from here on in until we get a winner. Your question is this. Which 2-word phrase is used to describe the ability to sing any note flawlessly without musical guidance or reference?
I guess it'd be perfect pitch.
Can you think of anything better? Perfect pitch.
It's out.
It's got to be that.
Okay, through that.
Yeah.
We're going for perfect pitch.
Perfect pitch. Perfect answer. It's correct. Eggheads. Which breed of horse, usually light grey in colour, derives its name from the Austrian imperial stud near Trieste, where it was developed?
Lipizzaner.
Zana. is the right answer, Eggheads. Well done. That's the horse that does that kind of strange prancing
Spanish
movement.
riding school.
Spanish riding.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I was there last year at the stud. The ones at the Spanish riding school these days are actually bred elsewhere in Austria, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
But the stud still exists at Slovenia. It's a big tourist attraction now.
There we are. OK, right answer, Eggheads. Another sudden death question then for the Preston Quizmasters. In Greek mythology, which creature did Pasiphae give birth to? In Greek mythology, which creature did Pasiphae give birth to?
Can you spell Pasiphae, please?
P-A-S-I-P-H-A-E. In Greek mythology, which creature did Pasiphae give birth to?
That came into my mind as the best possible bet. I'm not sure about it. But I've vaguely heard of her. But
if you both think
I
Minotaur.
think Minotaur, but I'm not absolutely sure. Go on then, Minotaur.
Yes, we think it's the Minotaur.
The Minotaur. It's correct. Pasiphae was the wife of Minos, the king of Crete. So, Eggheads, you've got to get this. The title of which Eastern European country's national anthem encourages its citizens to wake up from your deadly slumber? The title of which Eastern European country's national anthem encourages its citizens to wake up from your deadly slumber?
Any idea?
Wake up from your... I don't know. No, none of that.
No,
Just don't know it. Wake up from your deadly slumber. Gosh, I have no idea at all. Serbia...
Serbia, East European.
I don't think it'd be a modern country. I mean...
No, in that sense,
Yeah.
no, it does not. It's archaic
Exactly.
wording, yeah.
I would have gone for Poland.
Poland? Because it was occupied so many times.
No, it just...
Well, I mean, Poland makes sense in the sense because it was partitioned amongst other countries.
Constantly.
Well, as you can guess, we have absolutely no idea. So we're going to take a complete guess at Poland.
Poland. Say Poland. It's not Poland, Eggheads. You have lost again. Well done, Preston Quizmasters. Just out of interest, do you know Preston?
Poland was my second guess, but I don't know. I was just going to think Albania, but I don't know really.
Just as well you chose to go first then, wasn't it?
Good choice.
The answer is Romania. Well done, well done. Beating the Eggheads again. Just won that £3,000, proving that you are officially, for today anyway, cleverer than the Eggheads. Proved it can be done. Are you disappointed? I mean, it's not so long ago you last lost.
No, that's
We're only
it's
crossed
an
if we knew
impossible
the answer and we couldn't
We just-
remember it.
yes, no
but
clue
we've
on that.
never heard it. What we call the killer question. Yeah, and we got it.
So whoever gets it first, isn't it? And you got it.
Exactly.
Pass the parcel in quiz terms. Well, Preston Quizmasters, you've proved the Eggheads can be beaten. Join us next time on Eggheads to see if the new team of challengers will be just as successful. Until then, from all of us, goodbye. And well done. How does that feel?
Harry Enfield stars in a new series, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, on BBC Radio 4 now. And here on BBC 2 next, Seals in the City on Nature's Calendar.